Yes, Emily sent me a picture and I wanted to die.
I loved it.
Cute.
All right, we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's been so long, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Ooh, what character am I playing?
Who are you? What's going on? It's been an interesting week. Illnesses and all sorts of stuff. A couple of weeks. Had some issues, but we are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tabletop Role Play Theater. We're still waiting on Dr. Robert Butterwick. He's dealing with the flooding over in the UK. I'm not exactly sure what city he's in, but he's trying to get to us. So we were waiting and kind of waited long enough for now. We don't want to keep our fans waiting too long. All 5 of you that are out there, thank you for coming by and watching. We love you. My name is Curtis. If you didn't already know, I'll be the game master for today's presentation of KULT Divinity Lost, the Heartland. And let me turn that music down a little bit. Let's see. I want to thank everybody for showing up today and watching. And all of you out there watching on Twitch, hello, we love you. Everybody who's watching us on YouTube in the future, hello, we love you too. You are all the real reason we do this. We love to play for an audience, and we know you're out there. Plus, this is just a fun game. I also want to thank these wonderful players that have joined us today to help tell this story. Like I said, Reese, aka Dr. Butterwick, is hopefully en route and will be popping in at any moment. That's going to throw our cameras all askew. I'll take care of it, so don't freak out when that happens. But I don't have an order for these guys to do their thing, so I'm just gonna we'll just go through them, and it'll stall for just a couple of minutes and reintroduce everybody back to our audience since it's been a couple of weeks. And I think I want to start with Sabella, because we didn't even see her the last time we were here. It's been a long time since we've gotten to see Sabella, so we'll start with her. How you doing? Who are you, and how are you doing?
Wow. Well, who am I? I'm Krista, and I will be playing Sabella, the occultist. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Are you excited?
Yeah, always. I'm very excited.
All right, so then we'll go up to Tanith. Who are you, and how are you doing today?
I'm Matthew, and I play Tanith the Prophet, and I'm good today. Good today.
Good today, exactly. Today I'm good. Tomorrow, question mark.
Who knows?
And we'll stall for just one moment longer while we introduce Daisy Hamilton.
Hello, that's me. Well, my name is Jaylee, but I play Daisy. She's the veteran.
How's Daisy today? Oh, how's Jaylee today? Let's ask
Kicking
that.
ass. Well, Jaylee's great. I slept in this morning. It was pretty nice.
Awesome. I would like to sleep in, but I still have one school-age kid at the house, and
Your day will come.
It's just not happening. Well, thank you, players, and hopefully Reese will get here. We will carry on without him, however. And I don't have anything else to talk about right now. Let's see. We did the introductions. Great. So let's just go ahead and roll the title reel, and we'll get into the Heartland.
Oh.
All right. We are back
Hello.
Hello. Let's see. Everything's gone crazy on me. There it is. Okay, where were we last time? Oh my goodness. Let's see. In our last episode of the Heartland, Daisy, Sabella, and Tanith went to the water treatment plant there in Providence to assist Dr. Butterwick with his discovery of some living portal that had a creature attack Dr. What was his name? Dr. Horn, who was taken away in an ambulance. They went into the water treatment plant and were investigating the portal. Tanith investigating quite personally with this portal and its feeding tendrils and trying to determine exactly what that was all about. And they were also there to dispose of the melted body of Deputy Sheriff Lane Clark, accidentally murdered by Daisy. While investigating this water treatment plant, the other Lane Clark that they saw at the beginning of the episode arrived at the treatment plant. But it was soon discovered that he wasn't the deputy at all, but rather some other creature, and a battle ensued. There were noises that had been coming from the portals. Sabella seemed frozen for some reason when the sheriff showed up, and then has walked away from the room. However, this massive creature, after shedding the skin of Deputy Sheriff Lane Clark, turned into something else, a solid ebony black creature with fangs and shiny skin and long claws and fangs. Began to get hugged by Tanith. Daisy stabbed it with a knife and then began to shoot it, but it's not yet dead, and had actually... My music went crazy. It had just turned to Daisy when the last episode ended. But where we are starting today is with Sabella at the moment. Sabella, you, upon arriving at the water treatment plant, started to sense terrible things. The impending pressure of some power, all of the accumulation of all the fears and everything that had been happening that day started to pile on you. Not that you really understood it, but you've had this sensation before when speaking with spirits and your medium work that you have done over the last little bit of time. And was just sort of overcome with a tremendous sense of dread. You really tried hard to focus on what everybody else was doing, but there is some impending and pressing evil that you were sensing. And even when the deputy sheriff showed up, you knew for some reason that wasn't the deputy sheriff, but the evil and the power that you were feeling was not coming from him. As a matter of fact, you let him walk right past you as you, just sort of in a trance-like state, went up the stairs from the basement into the water treatment facility and then out the door, and are standing in the gravel lot of the water treatment facility right now. And the world around you is not the Providence that you know. It's similar, but it is as if you were looking at Providence 1,000 years in the future, after humanity had long gone, and you can sort of see a few walls and foundations perhaps left of some of the buildings and homes that you might see in the area. And there's not a lot. It's a small rural community anyway, so it's pretty scattered, but the trees are thick. The sky is still dark and cloudy. However, it's not stormy and there's no rain. Everything, all of the grass is green, like brilliantly green. Everything is overgrown. Trees are huge. There's vines. There's plant life that you don't even recognize. And the water treatment facility, if you turn to look, is basically in rubble. You can see where it used to be. There's no longer a gravel lot under your feet. It's just like field grass, weeds. Off in the distance, you see that tree, kind of sort of in the same direction that you would have seen it from before, except you're on a different part of town now. And that massive, massive black tree, and you can see those bird-like creatures. I mean, from your distance, they sort of appear as birds flittering around the tree. You'll see one take off into the clouds from time to time, or one go down to the base. And that's what you see and where you are at the moment. Is there anything you would like to do?
Does it feel like the evil is coming from the way of the tree?
Yes. But it is like you are common. You sense people's auras, their energies. That's something that you do naturally. And so it's sort of this sensation. It's like a sixth sense that you have to juggle with. You know, sometimes you don't really care about a particular person's aura at that moment, but this dread and evil is all around you and permeating you as if you were sensing 100 evil people all at the same time. I mean, it's just almost overwhelming. But the power of it does seem to be emanating ultimately from that massive tree off in the distance.
Man, okay. I want... Could I possibly use enhanced awareness on the tree?
Let me see.
Would that give me more information about the evil that I'm dealing with?
Where the illusion is weak. Well, it is weak here. It's actually gone at the moment. Yeah, go ahead and make me a roll plus soul.
Roll plus soul. $16.
Nice.
That does something.
Yeah, that's you can discern clear details. It is definitely the source of the energy. What is it you want to know? Why don't you ask some questions and I'll fill you in.
Because remind me, like the little bird creatures. They're like
the angels of the ashes.
Yes. They're like scavengers, is that right? What did we say about them?
Yeah, let's see. They they're ugly.
Yeah. Most savage of the angels.
Yeah, they're like corrupted angels that were that have been taken to someplace else, and they they're like the evil angels, and they were living on this tree that was like covered in gore, and there were piles of bodies at the bases of it.
would I be able to tell if those angels are connected to the Housers? Like, are they the deceased Hauser ladies?
They are not the deceased Hauser ladies.
Okay. Well, heck. That was my idea.
It's all right. I'm going to let you stand there and look at it. Oh, Daisy walked off.
Dang it, Daisy.
You do notice that there seems to be, you saw one of them kind of fly off into the clouds, and you notice that a few more have taken off, and they all seem to be headed in one direction. And what spurred you to think of the Hausers is that's the direction that these creatures seem to be flying towards. Not like a flock of them, but like one will take off and then another one will follow it and then another one. So like there's this varied string of these things. And occasionally you'll see one come back. Mm-hmm. And when...
is it carrying anything?
With your perception, and especially with that particular roll, I'll say yes, you can see that one of them does come back and does have something. It lands on a tree and starts ripping it apart. And you see pieces of it fall. And it is a body.
All right. I want to use my familiar.
Yeah.
What's my roll for that? Do I have to roll to call him?
What? I don't know. Let's see. You had a start of each game session roll for that one.
Oh, heck.
I had forgotten because this is a homebrew rule for KULT that was devised with Sabella and one of our other writer, Duke Walter, Invisible Duke. So make another roll plus soul. We'll just do that roll.
Okay. I don't think I'll be as lucky the second time, but here we go.
Not as lucky, but not terrible.
Not
you still get two options.
Okay.
And
right,
there is no... I'm just going to let you, for now, unless there's some discussion with Duke about it later, if we have to tweak this, I'm going to let you can snap your fingers today and call your familiar.
Okay, I was about to say
that may change in the future.
Like a little whistle, like
yeah, whatever is your particular call, we're gonna go with that.
Cool. All right, so
and then you still have your two options to use.
Cool. So Sabella reaches into her shirt and she pulls out like kind of like a dog whistle, I guess, like real high pitch, like you can't really hear it. But it's silver and it's real small, and she'll blow on it, and I guess that'll make him come. And I want to send him on a mission to just kind of scout out the Hausers, like just go and spy at the Hausers property.
Okay.
Maybe follow one of the angels.
And for our audience out there watching, what is your familiar?
My familiar is Babadook, my black cat back at the Blue Rose.
Babadook, the black cat. And he's just a solid black cat?
Yep, solid black cat. He has bright green eyes. Yeah, he has like a little bell, a little collar with a little bell.
Nice. Good. So while Babadook is gone on his journey, it's only a couple of miles to the Hausers, so it actually wouldn't take him all that long to get there. We will cut back down to the basement of the water treatment facility, where Tanith was trying to do something with this creature. He apparently feels some sort of attachment to it. Daisy, meanwhile, trying to kill it right out from under him. And it had turned after taking a shot from Daisy and is coming at you, Daisy. So I'm going to let you make a move.
Well, she's gonna just like try to keep shooting it as best. Like, I should have brushed up on my gun knowledge, I suppose. But she's got a shotgun, and it's probably just double barrel. I do want to roll for Death Drive. I rolled a 20. So I want to use Reckless Edge. So while she the creature turns around and she's shot him and she's fumbling in this little kind of fanny pack she keeps at her side for another bullet, and she just starts laughing. Like she grabs it and shoves the bullet into the chamber and cocks it and lifts it, and she's laughs, and it's a weird vicious laugh, like she's almost high on this feeling of getting to attack this creature, and that gives me +1 ongoing during the fight.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna shoot it again.
Cool. Roll me another violence, and then in your modifier put the +1.
Cool. Oh, that can't be
That's
right.
No, that can't be right.
Oh, that's because I put plus instead of just 1.
Oh,
12.
that's better than a 0.
Yeah. I'd say.
All right, so we got a 12 for the shot. Where's my player moves? There they are. I'm a little discombobulated today. Let's see. Where's the engage in combat? Oh, inflict damage, but at a cost. Oh, very good. So, boom, you blast this thing with your shotgun, rendering 2 harm. And the laughter, it kind of stuns it from its forward movement stopped at the laughter, and it is like if this creature could have some sort of expression of shock, that's what it would be, but you can tell just from the sense of its sudden stop that laughter frightened it or something. And the gunshot blows away the lower part of its face. And its jaw stays intact, and you can see the fangs, but where it's caved away, it's like just an exoskeleton. It's like hollow on the inside. It's like you can just sort of see like this a misty kind of like, like a little bit of smoke inside there. But it's literally just this like a shell, maybe a 1/4 inch thick of this black substance of whatever it is. But when you blow it off, there's no gore or anything that comes out. It just blows away a chunk of it like you would pop the ear off a chocolate bunny. And it reaches out its long arm and knocks the shotgun out of your hand and sends it flying across the room. Tanith, what would you like to do?
Okay, so am I? Hang on, I gotta check if I'm muted or not first.
No, you're not muted. We can.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember where I'm actually am in the situation. So am I near this creature or am I near the plant?
Well, the plant is kind of in the middle of the room where we'll say I don't even know what I want to call it. The feeding tube, all right?
Yep.
Comes out, and it's kind of in the middle of the room. It comes out from the wall several feet, and you can even see like this painted yellow faded line on the floor that kind of goes around the door and extends all the way out, and that's kind of at the edge of where that feeding tube is. So you're in the middle of the room, not too far from, just a couple of feet away from that. The creature was in between you and Daisy, and then Daisy is got her back at the moment to the stairs. So that's kind of how you guys are set up in the room, sort of in the middle, because you guys were all pretty close. Daisy had stabbed it in the back, I believe, if I remember how the battle went, and I don't even know if that was before or after you attempted to hug it. But and then Daisy got his attention by shooting it in the back, I believe, if I remember the details of the battle, and that's when it turned to take on her. So it now has its back to you.
Okay. Right. So now I see Daisy blow half its face off, and it's just a hollow thing. There's no substance, no blood, no gore, just smoke. Okay. All right. So Tanith is and I think I'm still got my pants off. So Tanith, with no pants, is going to just run and jump on its back. How big is it? Sorry.
It's probably just a hair under 7 feet tall, and rather broad, like a big man.
Okay. No, what he's going to do is he's not going to jump on its back. It's too big. He's going to try and do like a rugby tackle. He's going to try and run and dive and throw his shoulder and wrap his arms around its ankles and try and bring it down.
Okay. Make me the engaging combat.
Oh, God,
and I believe it may still have that knife sticking out of its back. I don't know if anybody ever pulled the knife out.
Yeah, it's still got a knife, a big old machete type thing.
Fine, roll 20.
She's running out of weapons here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, what am I rolling again?
Violence, engaging combat.
Violence. Yeah. Oh God, -2.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Crap.
14 will get it done. And Tanith tackles the creature, and they both end up in a heap right in front of you, Daisy.
I'd like to go ahead and
wants to shoot.
No, you're lucky. My gun's across the room right now. I want to use another one of my edges for my death drive.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I see him take it down, I want to lift one of my steel-toed boots and just like stomp on it. Flashback to her stomping the worm. She wears those boots for a reason. They were made for stomping. And I want to use Vicious, which lets me deal 2 harm with 1 attack.
Outstanding. So as Tanith takes it down, the gunshot did some harm, the knife did some harm, and then when you see Tanith, you take it down, and Daisy comes up and just crushes this creature's head, and it's almost like as if I keep using this chocolate bunny analogy. It's not even Easter time, but it's, step on a chocolate bunny. It's kind of the same thing. It just cracks and crushes beneath the pressure. And since there's no substance per se inside of it, it just flattens like a hollow thing. And Tanith, you had sensed some life in it as you took it down, but as Daisy places the boot, that life that you sensed is no more, and the creature seems to be still at this moment.
Okay. I'll just hang on to it for a while, hoping it doesn't move again. And then I'll just slowly, he'll slowly stand up and back away, like wide-eyed, staring at Daisy.
She's kind of panting a little bit, like she's still old. And like the laughter was going on while she was shooting it, and even when the gun got knocked out of her hand and she stomped on it and she was still laughing, and then as soon as it's lifeless, her laughs kind of died down, and she reaches out and grabs the sword and uses her other brute to prop it and yank it out of its back. And then she points it at Tanith. We're leaving. Up the stairs. Don't even get any fancy ideas of going near that plant. We are leaving. And I don't even know if Matthew is here right now.
He was distracted for a moment.
Yeah.
I was distracted.
That's all right.
Okay, sorry, what did you say?
She basically pointed her machete at you and told you to go upstairs.
She says, we're leaving.
So, yeah, hang on.
No.
He turns around. I've got no pants on, Daisy. And he goes back and he gets his pants. He goes back, gets his pants, looks at the portal and the tube and pauses for a moment, shakes his head and puts his pants on. And then just like zombie-like just walks over to Daisy and up the steps.
I have to ask, I'm sorry, does Tanith have a tattooed butt?
Yep. Yeah, he does.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Every inch. Even the ding dong.
Oh, you guys crack me up. I'm supposed to be like serious and spooky for this show, and I'm like constantly giggling. All right.
No, she'll watch him. She'll watch him go up the stairs for a moment, and when he gets about halfway up, she'll like very sneakily try to move around the plant to get her shotgun off the ground. And she'll kind of like make sure Butterwick's okay. She'll like offer a hand to lift him up from his coward position, and also head upstairs to see what's going on outside.
Dr. Butterwick is shaken, seeming in shock.
A bit.
Tanith, were you about to say something?
No.
Okay.
He just goes to the top of the stairs. He's doing his belt up, getting himself dressed.
I have a meta question.
Yes.
Have we disposed of the soup in the truck yet?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Sheriff Soup is still in the barrel in the back of Daisy's truck.
Fantastic. We should probably
Daisy
do
wanted to soup to the plant.
So, all right. As you guys are going back up, this is the perfect time to cut back to Sabella. Now, when you send out your familiar, does it like send messages back? Do you see through its eyes when you use it in this purpose? How does that work?
I see through his eyes. Like I can connect to him spiritually, and I can see what he's seeing.
When it gets to where the Hauser's ranch would be, it's the wild nature that you see around you in your immediate vicinity around Sabella. It's not like that. It's like maintained. However, Babadook, you, on the trip to the Hausers, everything is completely wild and overgrown. Hundreds and hundreds of years, it seems like. It's like, man, this is what Providence would be if nature was reclaiming it. At the Hausers compound, for the lack of a better word, their ranch area, is another kitty. What's that kitty's name? That's what?
Naboo.
Oh.
Naboo.
This is Naboo. He's a fat boy. He's feeling really cuddly all of a sudden. He hardly
He's
ever
a
does
slunk.
One of our TTRP cats. So there's the wild nature, but when you get to the compound, it almost seems kept, like a gardener or something may work there. But it's not the old ranch that you had remembered driving by. It's like there's temples, almost like you would see in like Aztec temples, except smaller, but stone structures. They look kind of old, but not ancient, as like an Aztec would. appeared to you today, but similar type, not the steps, but this odd looking structures, temple looking. I don't want to make it sound like it looks just like an Aztec. I'm just trying to, anyway. So
Yes.
cold medicine. So it's the houses are gone, the barns are gone, but in their place are these new buildings of old stonework, and you see some robed people milling about, coming from building to building, as if you were on some sort of monastery compound. Black robes, hoods. You don't see any faces. However, you do see one of the angels of the ashes swoop down and snatch one of them, and then off into the cloudy sky.
Jeez. Okay. I think I'll call back Babadook to make sure that he doesn't get hurt, and I'll just have him come to me.
Very good. He's on his way back to you, and as you are sensing all of this stuff, it starts to swirl and spin and change as if you were on some acid trip for just a moment, as the world starts to blur around you, and then you are back in real time in front of the water treatment facility, and you hear Daisy approaching from behind you. Daisy, Sabella is standing out in the middle of the parking, the gravel lot out in front of the water treatment facility, sort of just looking around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna approach her and just wait for a moment and clear my throat. Bella?
Yeah. What? Yeah? I'm fine. What? Did you?
Did he get you? Are you okay?
Shh. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay.
All right. If you say so. You were being oddly quiet.
Yeah, there's something bigger happening, Daisy. It's more than just like plants and sheriffs, and I don't know. I don't know. It's all got to do with those Housers, and I don't really understand.
You think we should check it out? Do you think we should leave them be? What?
They're not gonna like us nosing around.
I bet.
But I think it's worth looking at.
All right. Well, first we gotta dispose of the sheriff here, and I don't really think this plant is any of our business. Sorry, Dr. Butterwick. I mean, we might just have to dispose of it later, or maybe feed him the sheriff if it'll eat it.
Maybe. It seems like it's all all nature though. Remember what I told you about the tree, the huge tree with the birds?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I saw again the tree and the birds, and then the Housers, and then we got the plant thing, and then what we saw back at the cave. I think it's all connected somehow. What do you think?
Sounds legitimate to me. I think we need to keep some hedge clippers with us.
Yeah, I think so.
And she kind of lowers her voice a little bit and leans in. Listen, I don't know how to feel about Tanith still, but I think we need to keep him close.
You think? You think
He willingly fed himself to a demonic plant and then tried to take a part of it home like a puppy.
Oh. Why?
Why don't you ask him? You might understand it more than I do.
Okay.
And at that, she'll like glance over her shoulder at him to make sure he's not like trying to go back.
If he says he always just says a lot of creepy stuff. I don't understand him half the time.
Did you see when he exposed himself? You didn't. I mean, you were turned around. You didn't.
I'm sorry. He what? What?
It's all right. It's not something you need to see with your eyes. It was red and it was angry and I didn't like it.
He showed you his stuff?
He showed everyone. He showed the world, Sabella.
Oh, and it was red? Why? Was he needs to get that checked out, right?
This is one of the questions on a multitude of questions that I have concerning that man. My point is that I don't want you to be alone with him, all right?
Okay. All right.
I think we should keep him close, but still at arm's length, all right?
All right.
And if he ever says anything strange to you,
you know, I'll slap him. Like I'm not opposed to hurting this man.
All right. I know you can stand up for yourself, but I want you to know that I'm here too.
Okay.
And she leans in, she glances over and like leans in again. She's probably being obvious that like, yeah, Tanith, we're talking about you, but she doesn't care. He has a way with words that is not natural. And he might be able to get you to do things when you really, on the inside, don't want to do them. So if anything like that comes up, just whistle. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll be careful.
I know you can handle yourself, but and she like straightens up. Yep. That's that. Are we gonna?
Yeah.
Throw this out.
Yeah. Let's. Where do we put it? Like, what do we?
Is Tanith up with his pants on yet?
He's got his pants on and he's just standing, staring at the doorway that they just came out of.
Well, I don't. Damn it. Like I said, he's got some kind of connection to this plant, and I think maybe we can, as crazy as it sounds, we can feed the sheriff goop to the plant, and maybe that'll make it die. Got chemicals. No, I don't think anything from that side of things can handle kind of chemicals we pumped into that sheriff.
Yeah, you think it'll eat it?
Maybe.
Okay. I don't think we should let him go down there again.
No, nope.
Okay.
But I don't think just you and I can lift it, and maybe Butterwick can help us, but I feel like he should stay with Tanith. You know, I woke up and I was just going to do my normal chore today. I had some nice hunting on the schedule, and then all this bullshit happened. You know, it's not even 6 p.m.
We've done a lot. I mean, you're right. We've done a lot.
All right, Butterwick, can you help me get the? Whatever. We'll leave Tanith be, and we'll get the sheriff down there.
All right.
Yeah, he'll give you a hand.
All right. So Sabella will hop up in the bed of the truck and start like scooting it.
Yeah, and they'll try to get the sheriff's soup down. I don't know how heavy a melted body.
Well, it's
It smells real bad.
yeah, it's like a what is that? One of those 50-gallon barrels.
Yeah, full of man.
Full of sheriff's soup.
Yeah, she wants to try to get it down the stairs and see if the plant will ingest it.
Okay. So as they're
Yep.
as they're getting it off the truck, he's still not turning around, but I'm going to assume that they're going to be rolling it or pulling it past him.
Yeah.
And as they start to pull it past him, he's going to go. He stops and just looks. Says, "What are you going to do with it now, Daisy? What are you going to do?"
We're gonna poison the plant.
What? No, you can't do that.
Why?
Because the plant's like ancient. It's alive. It's divine.
No, if it's ancient, we'll put it out of its misery. Damn.
I don't think it's divine.
Yeah, I think it's divine. I think it's related to God.
You could say that about anything. Like that. No.
Yes.
So, Tanith, what exactly is your plan if we don't kill this plant? Are you just going to keep coming here every day and feeding yourself to it? Is that what you want to do?
I don't know.
I doubt it has roots. I don't think you can just take a shovel to it, put it in a nice little pot, and put it on your windowsill.
Well, you can probably move.
Well, I'm not helping you with that, and I don't know who in this town will.
But it's not coming out of the portal, and it doesn't go away from that feeding area. It's not coming out. You know, it's not a danger as long as you don't go near it. Yeah?
Okay,
Well,
so
apparently
what?
it's also a danger if we don't feed it.
Yeah, what?
The best thing to do is to get
leave
rid
it there?
of it.
Put up a sign. Do not feed this plant.
It's in a basement.
What did I do with Rusty? Is Rusty still around? Jesus Christ.
He's like
Is he dead?
left.
Oh yeah, didn't he like run away?
He might have.
Wait, was the monster part of the plant, or was the monster the new sheriff?
The monster was the new sheriff.
Okay.
Now Rusty did tell you guys, he has already told you that it's his job to feed this plant every day. That's kind of what Rusty does. I'm not sure what I did with Rusty. I'm a little rusty. It's been a few weeks. I don't know if he took off with Dr. Horn or if he was still there. I forgot, and I didn't write it down.
Did he told us who told him to feed the plant, right? He said it was the government.
Oh yeah, Tanith convinced Rusty to run. He got all.
Oh right, yeah. He did the thing. Yes, I remember that now. Yes, Rusty had told you that the facility was owned by a company named Retech, and REHTEK, and that it was his job, and he worked with Dr. Horn, but other than maintaining an eye over the treatment facility, he was also responsible for feeding himself to the plant each day.
Hey Daisy, how about this? There's a portal thing, yeah, where this plant comes from, wherever it comes from. Yeah, like, I don't know, another dimension or something. Or how, if we get rid of the portal, then then that's it. It's solved.
So how do you?
So yeah, how exactly?
Okay, how about you don't open the barrel? You just push the barrel in the portal, and then we destroy the portal.
Think that'll destroy it?
I don't think it'll destroy the plant, but I think it will. The plant will no longer have access.
I mean, whatever. It's worth a shot. The thing we gotta do is get rid of this dead body goo right now. Whether or not we kill the plant is really just a bonus point. Yeah?
Well, there's another way. We could just pour the sheriff or roll the sheriff down the stairs. I'm sure whoever owns this place is never going to call the police or the authorities. What, they're going to call them and say, "Oh, please investigate my area where I've got a portal and a blood-sucking plant that comes from God."
I mean, I don't think it's God. We're gonna lay that down again. I don't think that's where this is from. But you got a point. But also, if we do kill it with the sheriff soup,
Why kill it?
it's 2 birds, 1 stone, Tanith.
Why keep it alive?
You Americans.
You
Not,
you saw that thing
it's
down there,
against you.
Tanith. I know you had a little moment with it, a little bit of a hug or whatever that was you did. But this is a thing that comes from that thing's world.
I don't.
So
I don't
in my
think so.
opinion,
I don't think they're
it
related.
doesn't make it holy. It
I don't think
doesn't
they're
make.
related.
You really don't want to. You don't want to let me talk, do you?
You're not going to change my mind.
Just gonna put you in the portal. Don't watch out.
Sorry. That made me break. She's gonna put you in the portal, and then I just imagine Daisy like, "That's a good idea," and just shoves Janet.
Come on, you tattooed motherfucker. Come on, throw
Oh God.
No, I wish Butterwick were here because she'd ask for his opinion. Because in her mind, like, this thing can't escape the basement. In all honesty, she just wants to be done with it. She doesn't care anymore, as long as it doesn't leave.
Well, technically he is there. What would Dr. Butterwick say? I'm curious as to what his opinion would be.
You have to do the accent too, Curtis.
Yeah.
Reese has a good accent, quite natural, and I don't know if I can do it.
I felt you thinking about it.
Yes. I can. Every time I try to do an English accent, it always comes out like Gary from Noises Off. So, he's just he's frightened. He needs. He thinks it should all be killed. It needs to all be destroyed.
All right. So we're putting it in the portal.
I don't like it. I don't like messing with portals.
If
you go messing with portals, you don't know what's going to come out and bring you in.
Dr. Butterwick's information was that if it wasn't cared for, then bad things would happen.
Well, Butterwick, do you know anything about this portal? Is the plant connected to it? Are other things coming out of this portal?
Something came out of it, and then when I investigated it, something else came out of it.
All right, then.
Okay, so 2
scratch the plant. We gotta get rid of the portal. Then we gotta close it. But I ain't no scientist.
Yeah, how do you close a portal to another dimension? What came out of it?
Well, something came out of it that clawed its way out of the building. When I investigated it, it was another vine, a plant, lashed out. Don't step inside that yellow circle.
We break the circle?
No, I do believe it needs to be destroyed. Well, no, that's when, as I got close to it, that's when it attacked.
Right.
Well, Sabella, this sounds along your alley. You know anything about portals?
I mean, I got books back at the store, but nothing offhand. We got the internet. You can Google it.
Canon starts to walk down the steps. Back into the room downstairs.
Tana, oh my, okay, we gotta grab the barrel, come on. Let's just go back down there. We'll figure it out when we
Dr.
get there.
Butterwick's not going back down there.
Okay.
We got the Hausers on our plate, and this fucking plant is ruining my Monday. All right. Sure, let's just bring the barrel down there and figure it out.
Okay.
Butterwick, you're staying? I wouldn't wander too far.
I'm not going back down there.
All right.
All
if
right.
you see a cat coming, let it down the stairs, okay? Great.
Did you send?
Yes.
Where?
The Hausers, but it wasn't the Hausers. It was like a lot of temples, like big buildings, and
Can you still see it?
well, no. He's coming back right now.
All right, I hope he doesn't get lost back there.
No,
That's smart
think
though.
he's coming.
All right.
It was weird, Daisy. Those birds were feasting on whoever was at the Hausers. I don't know.
We
if it
gotta
was
get there.
him.
We gotta go to the ranch. We can't be messing with this portal for too long. We gotta keep Tanith on track.
All right. I'm gonna push him in there.
We try to figure out how to close it, and if you do it, I won't say anything.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. And they'll start getting the barrel down the stairs.
So who's moving the barrel? You girls?
Yep.
Daisy.
Girl power.
One step at a time. Roll it down.
Literally.
Okay, so I want you both, Daisy, you roll act under pressure. And then Sabella, you are going to help or hinder. So you will roll the same, basically.
Act under pressure.
Yeah, well, it's plus coolness. You roll the same plus whatever it is that you're helping with. In this case, it's acting under pressure. So yeah,
Okay.
it'll be plus coolness. So Daisy
Both
rolled
got
a
a
12, and you rolled a 12.
Am I helping?
I would say maybe we'd get +2 with relation, but that still puts us under 15.
Yeah, that's a curious question. Luckily, I have that right here. Can you help? Sorry, folks. We're still learning KULT a little bit, and so I like to look at the rules from time to time. Consider me opening up the book. Wish no harm. No, that's not really going to do anything. I was going to try to get you a plus, but that's fine. You get the barrel to the stairs, and then you, which is fine. You get it to the stairs. You start to get it down the stairs. Daisy, the barrel slips out of your hand and goes rolling down the stairs. Tanith, you're already down in the basement. Correct?
I'm walking down the steps. Yep.
You hear behind you tunk 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 as the barrel starts heading your direction.
I'd run.
This is a comedy.
Okay.
You just hear, oh shit. Hey, Tanith.
So he runs and dives, and you're probably gonna have to, well, whatever I roll, I guess. Do I land inside the circle or outside the circle?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Maybe like
no.
avoid harm.
It's a big enough room. You'd have to go like
Okay. Good.
15
Okay.
feet into the room to hit it. So
So yeah.
now
what
you
do I need
you
to
can
roll?
get out of the way. It's not
Okay.
it's not a long set of stairs. Everybody has this moment. The real question is what you're really afraid of is all of this sheriff soup that could potentially
Is the lid gonna come off?
spill out.
If it does, it does. And
What can you
leave
do at
it.
that point?
It doesn't spill open. You think for a moment that it's going to, and everybody kind of holds their breath for a moment. Tanith just about poops his pants as he dives out of the way to avoid getting run over by the barrel. The barrel crashes down onto the basement floor and then continues to roll towards the portal and lands it kind of rolls to a stop just inside that yellow area.
Oh, good.
And you see, as you come down, I'm assuming you guys are going to rush down the stairs, and
Yes.
that portal starts to shimmer just a little bit, and you can sort of see a little bit of wavy movement happening in that membrane sort of covering. And then it starts to split open like a cat's eye. And where it sort of splits in the center of the door and starts to peel back in that shape. The edges look wet and drippy. You can see like this mucusy looking stuff sort of drip from the tear in the membrane inside, because you can see is what it looks like a jungle or something. There's just plants. It's like you're looking into almost another world. It's like you peeked out the window and looked into the jungles of the Amazon, and you can hear noises. You can hear like a bird or something, perhaps. And these vines rush out through the hole, thorny, these black looking, there's some green to them, but they've got the dark natural colors, and there's several of them, and they sort of shoot through and just wrap that barrel up and yank it back through the hole, and the portal closes back, and it looks just as it did.
That takes care of that.
Okay. I can't help but wonder what's on the other side, you know?
It's the Garden of Eden.
No.
Why don't you two take a fucking vacation on the other side if you're that curious?
He looks at you, and you can see him actually thinking about it when he looks at you. And he look at the portal. He look at Daisy. Not yet.
But you got plans for later tonight, maybe?
Just not yet.
Okay. Well, so we done here?
I don't know how we're gonna close it. Maybe that's something we can revisit.
If we close it, they're just going to build it again.
Who's just gonna build it again?
Whoever's the company. What was the
before?
company? What was that company called?
Retech.
Raytech.
Retech is just going to build it again.
So we're just gonna let a man-eating plant and a portal to a jungle world full of more man-eating plants relax in the basement of our local town water treatment facility.
Whoever made this is a company. They made the whole building. No matter what you do here, they'll come back and build it again. If they
I
really
wonder
want
if Leonard knows anything about Retech, like the company. Maybe he's got some conspiracies on it. I could ask him.
Look,
No.
I think let's just leave it. This is not our problem right now. We should just all just walk away and leave it. What do you say, Daisy? What do you say? And I'm gonna roll. Soul. Charismatic aura. I want to change her disposition towards me.
Good luck.
She's a glaring at you. She's got one hand on that machete hilt.
Got an 18.
That's a good
All right.
roll. Let's see, to change, yeah. Let's see.
Oh, damn it. You charismatic bitch.
You son of a bitch.
So, Daisy, let me ask you, your disposition towards Tanith, would you call it aggressive, suspicious, or neutral? Before he did his thing, before he does his thing.
Feel like
Suspicious. She was aggressive, but then she was just down to suspicious.
All right, you can get her to neutral.
Okay. So, Daisy, we should just leave. It's not our problem, this part. We need to get to the houses. Fuck, they invited us.
Doesn't seem like such a bad idea, Daisy.
She makes that groan, and her hand was resting on the hilt of her very sharp knife. It falls to her side, and she turns around and goes back up the stairs without a word.
Come on, Sabella. Let's get out of here.
whatever. Okay.
Whatever.
I'm okay. Yes, Sphinx. Sphinx is over it too. And
yeah, go ahead.
She'll head up the stairs. That's it.
Daisy, outside, Dr. Butterwick looks pale, sweaty. He doesn't look like he's feeling too good. And is, when you guys, if you're going to load up and go, he's like, he wants to go, he needs to get to his house.
Did you drive here? Do you need a ride?
He needs a ride.
All right.
Did he drive there? I don't.
How did he get there?
It's been so long.
We'll give him a ride.
We'll just say he drove, or you gave him a ride. It doesn't really matter. The point is, I'm putting Dr. Butterwick away. He's okay. He looks like he needs a fix. That was the expression. The pale, sweaty, like this is too much stress, and Dr. Butterwick, being a drug addict, needs to go home.
Yeah, she kind of sidles up next to him and observes him, like gives him a quick up down, offers him a cigarette,
which he takes.
Get in the truck.
Do you have a hip flask?
Yeah, always. And she'll take out her rusty old flask that she's probably had since she was 18.
Yeah, he takes a long swig.
Hey, hold up. That's good stuff.
Nice, thank you.
Did my cat make it back to me?
Yes. Your Babadook is waiting outside.
Fantastic. She'll scoop him up, nuzzle him, hop in the truck.
It was the right choice, Daisy. Just leave it. We don't need to deal with this thing.
I just don't like letting things from the other side coexist.
Look,
just doesn't bode well.
I'll make you a deal. Let's just handle what we've got on our plate in front of us, and that's to do with the houses. And when that's done, I'll come back here and I'll help you set up your flamethrower and we'll burn it down.
I just don't want it to come and kick us in the ass later.
I don't think it's going to leave the portal. but other things might. But I don't think it is.
Oh well, I'm done talking about it. We should get the doctor back home and get going to the Hausers. I want to look around that ranch.
Our faithful Heartland curator, Invisible Duke, has informed me through chat that Dr. Butterwick drove, so you guys won't have to give him a ride home. But he does take the swig off of you before he hits the road.
Cool. Yeah, we'll all pile up in the truck. If no one else has anything else to say, Daisy will get in a driver's seat and...
And you guys are heading to the Hausers?
Yeah.
Taking the cat with you?
Oh, yeah.
The Hauser Ranch is huge. The ranch house is massive. It's practically a mansion. It doesn't necessarily look like one, though. It's only a single story, but it has with a huge assortment of well-placed trees and bushes, and it sort of hides all of the wings and annexes. It's like a sprawling building. We'll put it that way. It seems to be separate from the manor proper. The house is actually in this giant horseshoe shape, and the courtyard on the inside of the horseshoe is filled with orchards and gardens, a fishing pond. When you guys get there, you see there are several RVs, mobile home, big, you know what an RV is, a recreational vehicle. And there's a fire pit area, and there are lots of people. It seems to be quite the party, like a barbecue. They got a pig roasting on a spit over an open fire. There's a pickup truck pulled into the back, and there's like kegs of beer. And there's a huge flatbed trailer being set up, or is set up by the time you guys get there in the evening as the sun is going down. And there's a band that's playing, and they're having a party. When you pull up, you can see there's lots of cars. It's obvious where you can park. I'm assuming you guys are just going to stroll on in. You did have an invitation after all.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on in. She'll park, have another cigarette, step out and look around. Daisy probably knows a lot of the people here, and she's not really one to show up to gatherings like this, so.
Right. There are several locals that are there that are friendly with the Hausers. You know that there are some people in the town that don't like the Hausers because of their wealth and ownership of so much of the land in the surrounding areas. And of course, there's all sorts of rumors. And Dan Smith, the house manager that you spoke to on the phone, welcomes you as you guys get out there. He sees you come in, welcomes you, shows you where the food is. There's like this huge spread. They got a hog roasting. It's going to come off here pretty soon. But there's all, hamburgers, hot dogs, all sorts of covered dishes. Make yourselves at home. Ray Hauser's there. You see Ruth Hauser. Sabella, Ruth Hauser makes eye contact with you.
Do I get a read on her?
She's interested in you.
Oh. Okay. At that, I'll probably set Babadook down. And do I roll to have him like follow her around?
You still have one option, don't you? From your first roll.
Yeah. All right.
So you're just gonna put him on spy watch?
Yeah. I want him to discover a threat before it discovers me.
Okay.
So if that happens, That's what I want him to watch for.
Gotcha. Oh, noted. You will be warned before the threat happens.
Fantastic.
Tanith, you see Ray is there. You see some of the people, many of the family members that were all in the cave when all of that stuff happened. You start getting some looks from some of the Hausers. I'll say the Hausers, the traveling Hausers that have come for the funeral. They are mixed in. There's lots of them, and then there's a few locals that are mixed into this group of people. There's probably 150 people here.
I'll just turn to Daisy and say, I think we should go straight to Ray. So everybody sees us. Shake his hand. Otherwise, we might not be safe.
I mean, you can shake his hand. I'm gonna sit here and wait for this hog.
The what?
This hog thing on the fire. Takes a lot to cook a hog, right?
A hog. Yeah, quaint. Okay, I'll go and introduce. Sabella,
fun
you
with
coming?
And she kind of like gives a side look at Daisy, hoping that she'll give her like either the go ahead or the no.
Do you want? I just say keep Babadook with you.
All right. Yeah, whatever. Let's go shake a hand, kiss a baby. I don't know. Whatever.
It's just to keep us safe. You don't want an angry mob ripping you to pieces.
When you guys go to head towards Ray, he's already noticed you and is actually walking towards you. So you kind of meet halfway there. Hello, glad you all could make it.
I'll do that automatic thing. I just put my hand out before I say anything to him.
Ray, how you now?
He shakes your hand.
So, thank you for inviting us.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm all right, Sabella, all things considered. Welcome to the party. There's lots of food, lots of people to talk to. The band's playing, so feel free to dance if you're up to it. Hog's going to be coming off pretty soon. It's been cooking all afternoon, so that should be good.
Hey, awesome. Ray, I'm really interested. This is a beautiful property you've got. Is anyone here old enough to know what was here before you built the house?
Well, I know what was here before the house was built. Now, my daddy built this house, but his daddy had a church here before that.
All right. What kind of church?
Baptist.
And you guys are all still Baptist?
Well, some of our family practices some of that old-timey religion. I don't know if you'd call it Baptist anymore, but, all followers of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And before the church, what was there?
Just farmland.
Okay. And I'm interested too, like, in the cave, what were you doing?
Well, now that the cave's been in the family for a long time. We used to have some bootleggers that ran out of that cave at one particular point. What were we doing? Well, that's some of our old timey religion, and that's was celebration of Emma and help her ascend to heaven.
It's beautiful, right? I'm fascinated. Have you got anyone that I can talk to about the religion? And get an idea of the beliefs?
What is it you're wanting to know?
Well, you said it's an old time religion. Like how old is it? Like animism, or do you follow the nature spirits, or is it still like Jesus Christ and the Trinity? And
Well, yeah, you got the Holy Trinity, and well, a lot of our family members are still mixed into some of the older stuff. We got some snake handlers in the family, and well, Aunt Ruth, she's got her finger on the pulse of it. So, I mean, if you had any really specific, detailed questions, but we're pretty much all Bible believers, and with a little bit of stick to it just there too.
and sorry to press, but some people said that Emma was going to ascend or something, or become an angel. What was going to happen?
That's what happens to everybody when they die, Tanith. Go
Not
to the
everyone.
sweet Lord.
Depends if you follow him or her. But thanks. Oh, and by the way, how's your shoulder?
It's getting better. Yeah, I'm a tough old man. It'll work.
Okay.
But you can sense that he's hiding a little bit of something. You're not, you don't know if you're getting exactly the truth. But then he's sort of, all right, well, gotta go visit and socialize, and sort of draws himself away from you, reminds you of making yourself at home, and points at the food and all that kind of stuff, and just gives you that general, thanks for coming.
I'll just nod and turn away. Walk back to Daisy and her hog.
I 100% wanted to snoop a little bit.
You gonna snoop around?
Yeah. Daisy definitely wants to look around, maybe go look at some areas where there aren't so many people. Sabella's got Babadook, which she trusts a cat more than she trusts Tanith. So she's okay with leaving Sabella by Tanith as long as the cat's with her. So yeah, I wanna look around some, check out the party. I'm not really gonna talk to anybody. I'm gonna be like on the outskirts of it all.
All right. So are you more people watching, or are you gonna like go sneak off into a building or some?
I want to start by people watching because I don't want to get too far. I just want to see if
Right.
there's anything like strange going on or anyone acting suspicious.
Roll to see through the illusion.
Oh boy.
We'll start with that. I guess I could add observe a situation, but I like see through the illusion better. So we're going to go with that one.
21.
Everything seems relatively normal. However, as you are looking around, Daisy, using your quiet skills of observation, you notice that a lot of the Hauser family, not the locals, seem off. Just like my video and my voice right now, apparently, as I am looking at them. It's not that I'm trying to think of this movie I saw where they ended up at this place, and like all these, they're very stoic. Nobody's smiling on some of these Hausers. They just look like they might not be people. No real sense of emotion from them. Certainly not enjoying the party, as it were. Dark dressed, and as you're looking, you can sense that they seem pale, more so than you had recognized them before. And so you, in general, start to get the sense that these Hausers are odd. is the best way to describe it.
And is there any difference between like the Hausers themselves and like the young female cousins that are there that are visiting? Like, do they seem okay, or are they about the same?
The young people that you see around seem normal from what you can tell. No,
It's like all adults.
Yeah, but the older people are the ones that look, like, I don't even know, like the American Renaissance painting with the old man and the old woman and the pit, just this like pissed off and pale and sort of just kind of this spooky looking. But there's still people. Nobody's you don't see any sort of creatures or any nothing unreal, illusionary or anything like that. But you do get a new sense of these people, and there is something definitely dark, cold, and odd about them.
Okay. Is anyone like sneaking off or separated from the party, or are they all concentrated?
There's lots of people coming and going.
Okay, cool. I'll just check that out then. Cool.
And there's the family members. Lots of the people that had traveled, have got these big motorhomes. So some of them are staying in there, and they go out. There's even like a couple of tents pitched up in the area. So that this event is, this family has got this thing going on for a while, and you don't really notice anything other than that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Sabella Babadook is giving you that warning brush upon your leg.
That something is coming.
That something is coming.
Okay. She's gonna she's gonna do something really witchy. She's gonna go over to like where the table of like food and condiments and all that stuff. She's gonna get a little bowl, and she's gonna put some salt in it, and then she's gonna go over to where the pig is roasting, and she's gonna grab some ashes from that. She's gonna mix that up, and she's just gonna kind of go around the perimeter of main party area and just start sprinkling and muttering to herself, like in a circle, like big circle around the party.
Right.
And that basically is like supposed to banish bad, negative, like energy.
Just before you get your circle completed, you hear a voice from behind you of a little old lady.
Okay.
I wouldn't finish that circle if I were you.
She'll turn around. And why not?
Ruth Hauser, the short, ancient, wrinkled old lady, is there, dressed in black. And she's just got sort of this smile on her face, and she walks up to you, Sabella, not answering your question, and kind of has a look of admiration on her face, sort of this little bit of a smile, and starts to reach out to like touch your cheek.
Sabella will kind of lean back a little bit, like not like totally so she can't touch her, but just like hesitant.
Right. You're the one that's got the bookstore, right?
That's me.
How long have you had your powers?
What are you talking about?
Oh, honey, I know you got powers. I see your future.
Oh, and what's my future say? What do you see?
Oh, you're quite powerful.
And does that mean you have powers too?
I have skills. What? Where's your kin?
My parents died a few years back.
And how did that happen?
It was a fire. It was a house fire. I
Oh,
came home and they were already gone.
Meta Point, was that house fire in Providence?
Yes.
Oh, I remember that fire. You're a little Sabella then.
Yeah.
Where are your family from?
From all I've remembered, they've been from Providence. My grandma, she owned the bookstore, and then my mom did, and then, well, now I do.
And what was your grandma's name?
Lucy.
Lucy. I remember Lucy. You've got a future, Sabella. You know that? You could be a powerful magician.
You think?
You're already on your way.
I don't know.
You should let me help you focus that. I can teach
How?
you some things. Oh, I know lots of old things, honey. I can teach you all sorts of stuff.
I mean, I got books I can learn on my own.
Oh, I know. Aren't you sweet? I can teach you things you're not going to find in the books.
Like things about the other side.
What do you know about the other side?
I know that it's a scary place. You know that no good comes from it.
Oh, scary indeed, honey. But good can come from it. Heaven could be a scary place to someone who don't know it, but nothing but good comes from there.
I don't know about all that. There's this man, he keeps preaching about heaven and God, and it just sounds like a
They're
big
all
mess.
they're just names. Just names. You got something power, if you had to give it a name. It's in you. You should come to the cave with me. After all this funeralizing is done.
Can I bring my friends?
Are you talking
I
about
wouldn't.
Daisy and the tattooed man?
Yeah.
I might be interested in that tattooed man. I don't want Daisy in that cave.
Well, I gotta have Daisy with me. I trust her.
Oh, Sabella. She needs to be trusting in you. You got all the power.
I don't know. She's the ones with the guns, so.
Guns. Oh, honey, you got so much to learn. I can see it flowing in you right now. Where is that tattooed man? Oh, you aren't too far away, so. You're muted.
No, I know I'm muted. I so wanted to get in on this, but I'm too far away. I'm looking for Daisy.
Oh, he went looking for Daisy.
Yeah, she's off to the side, smoking and watching people and waiting for a pig roast, being antisocial.
So you notice over by, I don't know if you were paying attention, but Sabella was kind of making around the party area, I assume the grassy area, the courtyard, to complete her circle of protection, which Ruth abruptly stopped. And I'm going to let Tanith, you can approach Daisy. I'll let you guys have a moment.
And she's watching this Sabella interaction like a hawk, but she's not intervening.
Yeah. Before Sabella's gonna like nudge Babadook to go over to Daisy, like as a come here. And hopefully Daisy will get that hint.
Yeah.
When I get to Daisy, she's looking over at Sabella, but I'm gonna look past out of the group, like into the farmland or whatever, and I'm just gonna say, not looking at Daisy, this is a nest of vipers, Daisy. This is the worst place that we could be. This is the center of it. You got to find that old woman. I saw her. She's not an old woman.
I know.
She's from the other side.
Yeah, they all are. Have you seen all the Housers?
I haven't really paid much attention, but I definitely know she is.
Well, we're here now. Can't exactly leave. You were the one who wanted to take up the invitation to the Viper's Nest, so...
Yeah, because you gotta know how the nest works so you can burn it.
Have you noticed that all the adults aren't here? That all the young people are they're fine.
So I'll turn around and I'll look at all the people now and...
Look at them. All the young women that interest you. They're doing okay. They're laughing. They're eating. They're doing whatever you do at these gatherings. Playing catch. I don't know. But the adults. Look at them hard, Tannis, but not for too long.
The 10th's going to do it like I want to look at all the young people who look nice and healthy and everything. I want to try and gauge an age. An age of when it sort of changes.
Right. There's quite a few little kids. There's, not quite a few. There's a handful of small children that are running around playing. There are what looks to be a significant. There's a bigger selection of, let's say, probably 15 or so teenage kids, of which like 9 of them are girls, and then there are just a couple of teenage boys that you can see as well. You don't see any middle-aged, no 20 to 40, we'll say. You don't really see anybody in that particular age group. It seems to go from teenage to old. Okay. And I'm over 40, and I'm including myself in that old category. So,
yeah.
So, not super old, but ranging from as young old as I am to as old as, say, like Duke is.
Duke is.
All right. There's a gap.
He's actually younger than me. I'm just teasing him.
Yeah. I say it's a rite of passage. Old. It's a rite of passage, Daisy. They all get to a certain age, and then they're plucked by whatever this thing or force is. And then they go away, and then they come back. Or they just change. These are old ways. Crap. It's not old ways, this is the other side ways. And that
Sabella's the
old-
only one who's not. Do you
She's in
think they'll
danger.
try?
You got to
at
find
that-
her and don't let her talk to that old demon.
Well, she kind of stiffens up and gestures with her cigarette and points at Sabella, who's literally talking to the old demon.
Yeah, and that's about the time that you notice the cat Babadook has come up and is aggressively getting your attention.
Yeah. Daisy will kind of give a side glance to Tanith. We should intervene, and she'll follow Babadook.
So Tanith does a power walk over there, almost breaking into a jog, and he wants to get there as quick as he can without running.
I'll walk whatever speed that cat's walking.
So back to Ruth and Sabella. She's really seems kind of fascinated with you, and for a moment you just see this flash of anger. Not a whole lot of facial change, but you're a calm person. You can read nonverbals. You know how it goes. Just a little flash of anger, and then that fake smile comes back, and she says, "Your friends are on their way. It was really nice talking to you. Please, no need to finish that circle."
Well, I thought you wanted to talk to Tanith. Didn't you want to stick around?
Well, I'll say hi, but I was talking about the cave. I'd like him to come to the cave.
All right. Well, I'll let him know.
About that time, you guys rush up on the conversation.
Okay, so Tanith's he comes up, and in one of those like gritted teeth, he's just gonna go, "Get away, you, whatever you are or where you came from, and it's not heaven, and it's not hell. Get away." And Daisy can see once that Tanith is like livid. He's like angry as angry. He's shaking. He's like barely containing himself.
Hey, it's okay.
Daisy will like grab his arm and kind of pull him back. Tanith, now's not the time.
I can
Hello,
set
Ruth.
this whole crowd upon her with but a verse. You know I can, don't you, you old woman? And he says that to Ruth, not to Daisy.
Not today.
The other woman.
This welcoming smile from Ruth Hauser's face disappears. And she kind of just almost like bares her teeth at you a little bit. What's the matter with you, prophet?
Yeah, you know what I am. And I know what you are. What do you walk around with that woman's skin on you like a cloak? Get away from Sabella.
And
Go
she
and
just glares
feast on
at
your
you.
own family.
Then she turns to Sabella. I can teach you. I can show you that power. But this man, this vile, tattooed man, He may pull you down the wrong way. I know what he's about.
Well, I don't really know which way is the right way, but both y'all are a little overbearing.
Ruth, what are you trying to get at here? All right. Sabella's young. She's just trying to live her life. She's not trying to get involved in any of your family's dealings.
She ignores you completely.
You're gonna be fun to shoot later.
And she turns back to Sabella, and she reaches out her hand as and may I? And she wants the bowl of salt and ash.
No. I'll keep this. It was just nah, don't worry about it. I got it.
What are you so afraid of, Ruth? A little bit of salt and ash?
Let's take a step back.
Sabella, finish what you were doing. I'm curious.
When you as Daisy is saying this, and you've denied her the your magical stuff,
black salt, yes.
Yes, she sort of looks down to the ground where your circle ended and spits, and then she looks back at you and, it's all fine. I'll be in touch. We'll do that learning. And then she looks to Daisy, and her eyes are black, solid. And nobody notices this but you. And she kind of gives you this grin, and her mouth is full of these shiny black teeth. And you just kind of hear this voice. She just goes, Daisy, and kind of gives you that sort of welcoming, that nod. When you live in the South, we do a lot of communication through nods. So she gives you just that nod, and then turns to walk away.
Yeah, Daisy will smile and nod back at her, and she's got a hand on her gun, but she won't do anything other than spit on the ground when she does walk away. Fucking hate that old coon.
Yeah, she didn't seem like she liked y'all that much.
Nah, she's always been unlikable, even before whatever's in her took her. Me and Lucy saw a lot of that growing up.
Yeah.
You were making a circle here? Protective? Defensive?
Yeah, it was. Well, Babadook kind of warned me something was coming, something dangerous, or I don't know. And so I was just doing a little banishment circle, get rid of the evil, keep it away.
All right.
I don't know. You think because she spit in it, I don't know if it's going to work now, but Sabella will take a handful and finish the circle anyway.
You can finish your circle. Whatever effects you were expecting, nothing happens. So you were left with either it's nothing needs to not, there's no evil to work on, or she ruined it for you.
It up.
Damn
Rude.
it. I don't know if you saw, but Matt had to go. He had something come up.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I didn't see that.
Something with family.
Oh no.
Did he put that in Discord?
He
I
did.
was like, where did he
Oh,
put that?
I missed it. Got to do it. Oh, I know his family's getting to move on right about now anyways, because we're at the close time. So we'll just go ahead and end it there while you guys are at the thing and all of this excitement with Ruth Hauser.
Build up.
Yes, build up, and we're kind of caught back up a little bit. I feel a little bit out of it just because it's been so long, or it could just be the massive amount of cold medicine in my hand. Either way, I don't know. I still feel a little bit off. I guess it's because I don't have this big, huge cliffhanger for you, but that's okay. Awesome. We'll just end it there. It's gonna just dun, 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 dun. Where's my finish music?
Sabella throws some salt and ash down, and then there's a tense, like 1 minute long wait, and nothing happens.
Right. So like everybody's waiting for all the old people to go, ah, run screaming
Sabella
and smoking from the circle.
Looks up and says, "Oh."
Oh.
That wasn't what I was expecting. Okay, awesome. Well, there it was, folks. Episode 9 of KULT Divinity Lost, the Heartland. Thanks again, all of you players. I only have 2 of you. Poor Reese. I hope he survived the flood.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I'll have to, we'll get in touch with him here in a little bit. See if he made it home. And Tanith, no worries. He's got to go do what he had to go do. Real life always comes first. So let's, we'll hit up you 2 girls real quick and give us plugs, goodbyes, whatever you want to say, how a quick reaction to the game. And let's start with Sabella. Welcome back, Sabella. Glad to have you.
Hi. Yes, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad we actually got to do the show this week. It'll be very exciting. You can find me on Instagram at Creasa the Barista. You can also find my cat, the big inspiration for my familiar, Binks the Black Cat, also on Instagram.
Yeah, Binks is an actor now. He plays Babadook.
Yep, that's his role. He likes to skip out, though. He doesn't stick around for the whole thing. That's fine.
Diva.
Tell me about it.
Yes, and we had the exact opposite, the white cat of Naboo.
Oh my gosh, he was so active today.
Yeah, that will be our segue up to Daisy. Welcome back, Daisy. I was so excited to see Daisy today. I love Daisy. She cracks me up.
I love her as well. Oh man, it's so interesting. These 2 very different KULT characters I have, trying to get in the brain there. Because I always know, I'm like, if Harvey were here.
Right.
I love both of these games. In that segue, yeah, you can also find me as Harvey in our Friday night KULT games. We should be on track for this week, but you never know what would happen. That one's very exciting. It's a little further along. I love Daisy, love this show. I did feel a little funky not playing for a couple of weeks, but we got some good setup going.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for whatever Curtis has in store for us next week. You can find me on Twitter at Jahoy_matey. And of course, I'm on Discord if you ever want to chat.
Yeah, it did feel a little bit off. It was kind of like, this is what we would call the, what do they call it? The downtime episode or something. You know, like,
we got rid
there's
of
no shopping. There's no shopping to do. You're right.
There's no closet fashion show.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you for coming, and everything looks good for Manhattan this Friday, barring any unforeseen events. Thanks Helmgast for this fantastic game. I know I say it every time, but we love it. Around here, we've already got we're planning our next KULT game that's going to happen after Manhattan. You can find the trailer for that on our YouTube page. go check that out. Long Strange Trip 72. It's going to be a good one. If you want to play Cult Divinity Lost, you can do that very easily. Just check out cultdivinitylost.com. They've got all the stuff there, even some free downloadable stuff to get you started. And then a fabulous, fabulous book that won awards for the art that's in it. You can also get that there as well. Thanks also to Roll20 for being our virtual tabletop, making it easy for us to make these rolls, and for me to give a little map of Providence for my players. And they also have the Cult character sheets for both 3rd edition of the original Cult game, as well as a sheet like the one we use for 4th edition Divinity Lost. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe. It's free. It helps more Cult fans like you find us. You can just YouTube search Cult Divinity Lost, and we'll come up. And the more of you that subscribe to us and like us, the higher up on that page we get. And we're already on that first page, so thank you very much for all of your support. I believe episode 1 of Manhattan is upwards of like almost 400 views right now. And everybody seems to like it. We've gotten quite a few thumbs up. I was heartbroken the other day because we got our first thumbs down, so we we irritated somebody.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because we're
Haters.
amateurs, but
Oh yeah, they were like, they didn't do that thing right.
right. It was
I
like
don't know how
the
to do
very first
that.
time we ever played Cult ever, and so we were probably all over the place. I'll have to go back and watch episode 1 again just to see how bad we were.
Like the first 30 minutes that I'm not even in, we're just talking.
That's all right. The positive responsive have been fabulous, and keep it up. And it's a free to subscribe to us on YouTube. So go do that. Do all the likes and follows on Facebook and Twitter. Join us on our Discord server. Links to all of that is down below in the doobly-doo. If you would like to help us keep doing this, the best way is through word of mouth. Tell your friends, and always be watching. If you want to help get in on the build, visit our Patreon page. You can help keep these stories and new, even more exciting tales like Long Strange Trip 72, coming for as little as $1 a month. Tonight, exciting episodes have been happening in A Land of Dark Dreams, D&D 5e with DM Opal. That story has been building and getting quite crazy, so I'm kind of excited to engineer that game tonight. That's what I do. I'm behind the scenes on that one. Friday, we have Cult Manhattan returns, if everyone stays healthy. And Thursday, in between, Scald's Tale is back. I believe they're playing this Thursday. I know they're going to take a break for the holidays, but I think they're back. So take a look Thursday afternoon, and we'll have a little bit of Pathfinder 2e. Saturday night, as long as everybody stays healthy, Curse of Strahd will be back. It is also another show that's been on illness hiatus for like the last 3 or 4 weeks, is with me and then somebody else. And then, of course, we'll be back next Wednesday with another episode of Cult the Heartland. I'd like to give a final shout out to all of you on the other side of the camera one more time. The ones who watch, the ones who help pay the bills, the ones who help us create, and the ones who help perform. All of you who help support independent creative work. We say thank you. Thank you for watching. We love you. And from all of us here at TTRP Theater, we say good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
Good night,
Say it.
Dreams.
Say it.
We love you. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
That's good.
Good energy.